Wait for it. Hey, there we are.
Hello.
Hey, happy Wednesday. That button's a little weird. Anyway, hey, what have you got?
It's
Joyful.
the day after Valentine's Day.
It is. It's February 15th.
Uh-huh.
Kind of Valentine's Recovery Day. I don't know. Is that a thing? Probably not.
So,
So anyway, we had a fun Valentine's evening. We had Chinese food, which is fun, and we watched one of the most romantic movies of all time.
Yep.
Do you want to see what it was? It was Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. But it was fun because you know that when they finally get to where the Grail is, it's at Petra, and we're going to be going there in a week or so. So it's like, let's watch Indiana Jones. So yeah,
it was fun.
Maybe not the most romantic Valentine's.
Oh, it was romantic,
ever, but it was. Fun.
Here, get my flowers.
Oh,
I feel like I'm sitting on the wrong side too. Here, we're gonna change places. Just for fun. Aren't these beautiful? Oh, he got me beautiful flowers, and I put them in like a heart-ish type vase that I love. So, yes, my romantic husband.
So yeah, we hope you had a nice Valentine's Day as well. But you know, if I can do this for a second, I always think of that passage in 1 John on Valentine's Day where it says that this is love, not that we love God, but that He loved us and gave His Son as that big word, propitiation, the total payment, total satisfaction for our sins. And I don't know, I've just always, on a day that we celebrate love, I think it's always, that verse always comes to mind that this is love, not even so much our love for each other, although that's certainly important, but not even our love for God. But this is love, that not that we love God, but that He loved us and gave His Son for the total payment for our sins. So anyway, that verse just always come to mind.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Oswaldo is saying hello. Good morning.
Hey, how you doing?
And let's see. Oh, and the Super Bowl. What a great Super Bowl that was.
Yeah, we had a house full of teenagers. It was fun.
A house full of teenagers.
It wasn't that many. They were just very loud sometimes.
It was so much fun, though.
It was great.
You know, the alternative would have been Jill is having youth group at church, and I would be sitting at home by myself eating a whole pot of chili just for me. And it was just so much more fun.
A lot of chili, though.
It was so nice. We still have some in the fridge. So
freezer. You can freeze chili.
Did you freeze it?
No.
But we're going to.
Sorry.
But anyway, it was so fun having a house full of people and just people cheering and getting into it. It just made for a really fun Super. It was a great game.
Really good game.
I thought the ending was a little anticlimactic, honestly, but the game was. I mean, it was okay. I'm going to say this as if you watched the game. The assumption that everyone watching this watched the football game. But
most people know about the football game.
Yeah. I mean, it's so exciting back and forth. And strategically, it was totally the right choice to just run down the clock and kick a field goal at the end of the game. But the game would have been much more exciting if they would have scored, and then the Eagles had one more chance to come down and either tie or win. But you
kind of lose that.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Sorry, words are not working this morning.
Well, it was an exciting game, but then at the end, you're just watching the clock run down. Okay, they're going to kick a field goal, game over. But strategically, right thing to do.
Yeah.
Yep. So if I was like a diehard Chiefs, I was cheering for the Chiefs.
I was not.
Anyway, I won't tell my story again, but I was not cheering. In the morning, I was for the Eagles.
Very complicated.
And I changed my mind to cheer for the Chiefs, basically related to one Tennessee player was injured and not playing, and the other one has a great story, health issues. And,
are telling your story.
Yeah, but an abbreviated version, though. So anyway, I switched because of my college football loyalties more than my NFL loyalties.
So we're going to Israel next week.
Wow. It's coming up Thursday.
I'm excited.
And, but this week, as we're getting ready, it's going to be an interesting Sunday because I'm preaching in both services. So I'm going to preach in the English service and then preach in the Spanish service. which will be, that's always exciting.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
But then the first week we're going to be gone for 2 weeks,
Mhm.
and the first week Andre Robinson is going to be here. How awesome is that? People are going to say,
I'm
why
kinda
don't
bummed.
why don't you two leave more often so we can have Andre come preach? It's just gonna, I love when Andre's able to come, and then Mark Aspinwall is going to preach the other week, so that's going to be awesome as well. You
Yeah.
get Mark Aspinwall preaching on Acts.
Mm,
That's going to be pretty cool.
it's gonna be good.
It's going to be pretty cool.
No, it's been super cool though, like preparing to go, because I mean, I go through these different. Sorry, it's
Ups and downs.
yeah. I was trying to make it go right on the screen.
I was
No.
following you with my head. Ooh.
No, I go through these different phases of like, it's kind of like in the back of my head. Okay, I'm have this problem with thinking everything has to be perfect sometimes, which it is not. Life is messy, and that's okay. But the like panic of, trip, we're going on a trip. I've got to have all this stuff ready ahead of time. So, 4 months ago, I was like, okay, this has to be in this and this, and that, it's a week away. It's like, yeah,
And not
half
everything
of that
happens.
stuff didn't happen. But the cool thing is preparing like, you don't, I don't want to just, sorry, I'm, do you understand?
Wow.
No, stop. I don't want to just like show up and be like, oh, okay, here I am. What are we doing again? I want to be prepared. Like we've got, our little itinerary sheet. Here's where we're going to go. We've been watching some videos about the different places. There's this devotional book I've been reading, Walking in the Footsteps of Jesus, but it's written by the guy that's leading our tour. But it's actually been super cool.
That's a good book. I've enjoyed that one.
Yeah. Wait, is that the right one? Oh, I was thinking of the other one. There's 2 books.
Right.
Anyway, I've started reading this one, and there's another devotional book that I was reading too. But no, just preparing my heart for, I'm going to be in these Bible lands, and I want to know all this stuff ahead of time. But it's kind of like, I don't know if you've thought about this or not, but just thinking, okay, why am I spending all this time like researching all this stuff? Well, sorry, my thoughts are a little scattered as usual. Okay. I've been preparing, which has been super cool because I've been, just picturing being in these places, but thinking through, why do I not think like that all the time? Because like, does that make sense?
I'm not exactly sure where you're going.
Okay. But the way I'm thinking about different places, I'm picturing being there, but I haven't actually gone there yet. But I could think like this even if I wasn't going to Israel, picturing those places. Because does that make sense?
Okay.
I'm
okay.
trying to.
So if I understand you right,
summarize
let me try to. I'll summarize what I think you're saying, and you can tell me if
I'm not a speaker.
So what I think you're saying is that it's valuable to learn like the geography and things like where the Bible happens, and so like having, exploring. Oh, okay. So this is what it looks like. Where different Bible, for example, we're going to go on top of a mountain, and I think he's going to have us do this because he says he does it with groups where you put one arm this way and one arm this way,
yeah.
And then he says like 2/3 of the life of Jesus happened between your 2 hands, between what you can see here on the Sea of Galilee, and it is helpful to explore because you don't have to go to have a working understanding of where these things took place and an appreciation for, even as we've been watching these or reading some of these books, it's like, that's what the desert wilderness looked like. And we're having, it was very rocky. He showed on one of the videos, and it's like, oh, I've just always kind of pictured them walking through, like sands of the Sahara, but actually and so when you read about, their sandals did not wear out during that time, it's like, that was something for the Lord to do that, because that's difficult soil. So anyway, I don't know if that's where you're going with that.
Well, it was more kind of the internalizing it, making it personal to me. Not just I'm reading about these stories, but that it's actual places and it's real. When you read the Bible, sometimes it can be like distant and not personal. Like, okay, so there's this guy, Paul, he walked around and did this and that. But when you see it as, no, this actually really happened. Because I listened to the entire book of Acts the other day. Just a lot of those Bible apps on your phone, they can have somebody reading it to you. And there's this one that has Kristen Getty, who has a Scottish accent, which I love. And so I listened to the whole book of Acts, and just all the towards the end where they got on the ship, and then they here, and then the harbor, and then there, and then they, shipwrecked, but then they got in this other ship, and there, it made it, listening to it all in one sitting made it seem like, oh yeah, that was a long trip. And then he just was sitting in a prison. And anyway, it's been cool just getting the Bible in big chunks lately. So that's
good. Hey, I want to switch gears a little bit
because it took a long time to explain that.
Because Oswaldo commented again, and I was, Gio, I thought that was you, but I was a little nervous about just going for it, and because I wasn't sure of your last name, because Oswaldo goes by Gio, and I know that.
Yeah.
But I look forward to being in Nueva Vida this Sunday. I haven't preached there in a while. Actually, I'm not sure if I've preached in Nueva Vida since you've been coming to the bridge and Nueva Vida.
Oh, yeah.
So I look forward to doing that. Carlos will be translating, so we'll have some fun with that as well. So just all kinds of good stuff coming up.
It's going to be a good week. What?
It's going to be a good week.
You're looking at me funny. I don't know.
So one of the fun things, and I'm going to say this about gearing up for a trip. One of the fun things about it is, you start picking up travel clothes, and then you want to wear them so that you're not wearing them for the first time there. So I've never in my life owned a vest.
I want his vest.
So today I'm wearing my vest to go on my trip, and I keep wearing different travel pants, and it's like you want to break stuff in. So I keep wearing stuff I'm going to take on the
so
trip.
If you think he looks funny,
if you think I look dressed kind of weird, it's because I'm breaking in my travel.
Actually, you
gear.
should tell him that no, that vest does not work for you. You should give it to your wife.
Give it to Jill.
It came in the mail yesterday, and I was wearing it. It was very comfy.
So here's the deal. It was
of course, our house is like 54 degrees.
So we went down to the outlets, and there was a store that had it clearance and then half off of clearance. So it was
a good deal.
It was a really good deal, but they didn't have my size. So I'm like, oh, well. They said, oh, we can order it from San Francisco or somewhere. And so
we'll see if the other store has it.
Yeah. And so they did, and it showed up on my doorstep. And then Jill fell in love with it and wants
to
take it from me.
I'm like, it's so comfy.
So we're hoping somewhere this outlet has one more vest.
And then we'll be those cute matchy travel people.
Maybe they'll have an orange one for you. I can wear a green one, and you could wear an orange one.
They have black, but I want the green one.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, anyway, now you know
the weirdness of our life.
But anyway, we're this Sunday we're going to be jumping into Acts chapter 4, and if you haven't done this yet, I would encourage you to read ahead. What we see in Acts chapter 4. What we see in Acts chapter 4 is really the first taste of opposition and persecution. And it starts here, and it's just going to kind of snowball through the rest of it, because it ends up, you're right, with Paul in prison and shipwrecks and snake bites and all that kind of stuff.
They were on the ship for a long time.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
And it's interesting when you read that, because Paul is a prisoner, but as the journey continues, he ends up with more authority than anyone on the ship. He's the one kind of telling them what to do, and the Lord promised this. Anyway, we're going to get to Acts, what is that, 26, 27, 28?
Like that.
That'll be sometime like next spring, I think.
Yeah.
It's going to be a while before we get there. But anyway, hey, we hope you have a good day today. Take some time, be in the Word. I would encourage you, if you're not sure what to read Acts chapter 4, because that will just kind of prepare your heart. And by the way, let me say this as well, and I'll say this again Sunday, but we're not going to go all the way through chapter 4, but there's a great prayer that they pray in Acts chapter 4. And we're going to come back in September, the first week of September. We're going to return to Acts chapter 4. And that prayer is going to be the basis of our week of prayer and fasting that we're going to do the first week of September. So,
cool.
So good stuff. All right. Hey, good note, Gio. Ready for chapter 4. That's it.
Yay.
Hey, Karen Wall is...
And
her name is Karen Wall. It's not, the pseudonym that we have come to know her by. That's because she's watching on YouTube. That's
Yes.
what it is. She's on YouTube instead of Facebook. I get it.
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
I'm not supposed to
that.
say, but I didn't say what the pseudonym was.
Anyway, hi, Karen.
So hey,
See,
I'm being very careful, trying to be anyway.
I'm very good at secrets.
I didn't say what the name was. Anyway, we're gonna let you go
didn't
before I
you
say
were good
something.
at it.
that's
I
going
just
to-
said I'm very good at secrets.
So before I say something to get me in trouble, we better sign off. But hey, have a great day,
Wait,
everybody.
Karen finally
Oh,
got on at the right time, and then, or did she just now comment? Sorry.
see, she's saying goodbye. That's it.
Okay, whatever.
All right. Have a great day, everyone.
Yes,
have a great
good
Wednesday.
day. Drink some coffee. Read the Bible.
Do I have to drink coffee?
Yes.
All right. God bless everyone. We'll see you soon.